The inquest into the death of Greg Matters took 2.5 weeks of testimony over the course of 4 months. It caught the attention of national media as well as the families who have been down that familiar road. It's also raised questions now about the value of coroner's inquests.
The Greg Matters inquest drew national attention. It also drew the attention of those who have been in similar situations in the past. Linda Bush's son Ian was shot and killed by police in the Houston detachment in 2005. She attended a good portion of the Matters inquest and says it can be very trying for a family.
You learn things. One thing about a coroner's inquest, it brings out a lot of things that no other avenue is available to learn those things. Some of them are very difficult to hear. The other sides, the officer's side of the story is very, very difficult to listen to.
She says one of the jury's recommendation in her son's inquest, to have cameras in the detachments, was followed through. That, according to the experts, is one of the positive things about a coroner's inquest.
They'll hear from doctors, they hear from police officers, people they'd not heard from before, and give them a different perspective on the case. So with the recommendations, changes, they could look at this and say, well, my loved one did perish, but there's a legacy that he or she has left, and this will benefit the public for years to come, and they can take some solace in that.
Rodney Jackson's uncle also attended the Matters inquest. Aubrey Jackson says the process is still lacking.
So if the family is not satisfied with the outcome of the coroner's office, they want to pursue civil charges or criminal charges, they have no evidence to rely on, because all the evidence has been used in this process.
The downside to an inquest is that not all the recommendations set out from the jury need to be followed through.
Some of the recommendations at the end may seem positive, but some will never be enacted. It could be years before something happens and another tragedy occurs of a similar type, and the family goes, there it is again. Why didn't we do something with my son or daughter that could have prevented this in the future? We're going through it again. It all seems so hopeless. So very few positives to take out of that situation.
The only good thing that comes out of it is more knowledge for the public to work on making changes, which is what our hope was to do.
As yet, there has been no move on the recommendations from the Matters inquest. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.